guys, so have you seen those new smoothie shops popping up where you live? The ones that don't have a website, they have that really sketchy signage, and they always have names like Exquisite Energy or Core Energy. I feel like everyone and their mother is going to these little smoothie shops right now, and new ones just keep popping up on every street corner. As a dietitian, I had to know what was going on behind those doors, and I've also had a lot of you guys ask me to do a review on these smoothie shops. So as the investigative people pleaser that I am, I present to you this video. Let's jump right in. So before I really dive into this review, I want to point out that if you have purchased any products from these shops, I am not here to judge you or make you feel ashamed. The way they market their products makes it super appealing to the general public, and most of the general public does not quite think to dive into it this much. So I simply want to make this video to inform, not to make anyone feel ashamed or like they've done something wrong. But that being said, I do want to start by saying that these shops are actually a front for Herbalife. I don't know about you, but I haven't heard the name Herbalife in a while, but now I feel like it's popping up all over again. And I kind of thought to myself, oh, aren't they that multi-level marketing company that had a $200 million Federal Trade Commission settlement because they were pitching the idea that people could quit their jobs and make money by selling their products, but people actually couldn't make any money selling their product? Yep, that's the one. That's Herbalife. So not only is Herbalife a pyramid scheme, but their products were actually also shown to, in some cases, cause liver toxicity and even death, as they were contaminated with an overgrowth of a bacteria. And this is honestly a risk you take with any over-the-counter supplement. Hi, buddy. Because as a reminder, supplements are not regulated by the FDA. So it's really hard to tell what exactly is in those ridiculous looking smoothies and energy bombs that they sell. I'm gonna dive more into what I did find in terms of ingredients and supplement facts in a minute, but I do just wanna make that very clear from the beginning that these shakes and energy bombs and whatever else they're selling behind those weird shady doors are a supplement. They are not real whole food. They are made from protein powders, other weird caffeine powders that they have. They are not made from like fruits and veggies and yogurt and milk, that's for sure. So if you go to Herbalife's website, they kind of look like the Amazon of the diet industry. They've got everything from like skin and hair care to weight loss programs. And honestly, this video would be like 8 hours long if I reviewed every single product they have. And I really want to focus on the smoothie shops in this episode, but as a dietitian who does educate on weight loss, I do want to point out that their weight loss programs are not going to be sustainable. They are far too restrictive, and honestly, it gives me Optavia vibes. If you haven't watched that video, I'll link it below, where I talk about Optavia, another multi-level marketing company that tries to sell you weight loss in a terrible way. Okay, so now that we've determined that Herbalife apparently still exists, even though they were sued, and now that we know that the smoothie shops are actually a front for Herbalife, I want to talk more about these smoothie shops, or clubs as they call them. So these things are popping up everywhere. I tried to even look it up, and you really can't because they don't have their own websites. They all just have Facebook pages. And so unless you like know the name of it specifically, you can't like Google Herbalife smoothie shop and get all the ones in your area. You have to know the exact name of it to be able to find the one you're looking for. I did find probably like 4 or 5 of them in my little area in Indiana. And again, they all just have those weird, sketchy Facebook pages. None of them have websites. The pages all just have like different photos of their stuff. They have a menu, but there isn't any nutrition information on there, like ingredients or anything. I plan on getting to this in a second, but they don't have any of that stuff listed anywhere unless you really, really dig, and I can only find some general information on nutrition. But the reason why these places are operating, first of all, so similar to each other, and also why they have no Facebook page, no signage, is because they are all operating under Herbalife, and Herbalife has a very distinct set of rules they have to follow to operate these clubs. So a few noteworthy ones I have listed here are that the clubs must ensure that the interior of the club is not visible to persons from the exterior by use of window and door coverings, and external doors must remain closed. Okay. Carryouts must be in unbranded containers and of not more than one single serving, so you can't bring their products out of the store or out of the club. Non-Herbalife products may not be provided, sold, or promoted on the club premises. So again, that just goes to show that they're only selling Herbalife products, nothing else besides those supplements. And owners may not use the word Herbalife in the name of their club or on any exterior of their store. So I don't know about you guys, but I'm picking up pretty sketch vibes just from this already. These rules really explain to me why you can only find these clubs like in weird strip malls with like no signs or anything, and it's all dark in there. There's a reason for that. Herbalife is setting those rules, so they have to be that way. Now, I need to be honest, I have not gone to any of these clubs. I was thinking about doing some market research, and I still might. I'm thinking about kind of like going undercover as a dietitian and asking questions and seeing what they can provide me in terms of answers about like the ingredients and stuff. But I haven't gone in there yet because I truthfully don't want to spend my money on some weird supplements that may give me a liver disease. I just feel like it's very off-brand for me to go into a club like that when I am so against that sort of establishment. However, it's my understanding that when you go in there, they often try to get like your email address because their goal is to not sell you the products. The goal is to get you to become one of their distributors, so you will also start to sell their products to other people. Pyramid scheme, hello. So the distributors that have already been roped into this whole scheme are not actually selling the products in the store. Instead, they are selling daily memberships that present themselves in the way of being a shake, a cup of aloe water, and a tea, either hot or cold and sometimes flavored. So when you buy the product, that is you acting as a daily member of Herbalife. And you usually pay like $5 to $7 to be a daily member. With that amount of money, these clubs aren't making enough to really benefit, and it's actually nearly impossible for them to make a profit. The goal of these shops is not to make money. The goal is to get more distributors because it's a pyramid scheme. It's a pyramid scheme. It's a pyramid scheme. This is not an anti-MLM or anti-pyramid scheme YouTube channel. I'm definitely not for them, but that's not my niche, so I recommend going down that rabbit hole if you haven't, because there are a lot of YouTubers who really dive into what being anti-MLM means. But I just want to make it very clear that these smoothie shops are a pyramid scheme. They're not a place that's trying to better your health or sell you these really healthy smoothies and shakes. Their goal is to reel you in, make you become a distributor so that you can sell their products as well. Okay, I am not a business major. I don't know much about like the laws behind this kind of thing, if what they're doing is illegal or if it's not, but I am pretty intuitive and I know something's sketchy when I see it. And these clubs, these shops, whatever you want to call it, they're pretty darn sketchy. My expertise lies in nutrition, and I have plenty of thoughts on the healthfulness of these products, so I want to dive more into that as well. Okay, so like I kind of mentioned earlier, I had to really dig to find any kind of information on what's in these shakes and aloe water things and everything else they sell at these clubs, at these shops. And even on Herbalife's website, they don't have any supplement facts or ingredient lists or anything on any of their products, which again, really sketch vibes there. All that they mention is the certain ingredients they want to mention, and they put those like in their description of what the product is. So they will say like how much protein is in there, how much caffeine, that sort of thing. But they definitely do not cover everything that needs to be covered in terms of calories and carbs and fat and vitamins and minerals. They simply choose what they want to talk about in terms of the nutrition components of their stuff, and they leave out whatever might seem convenient to leave out. So this is a really huge red flag, because even if they're not hiding something, it makes me think that they might be. If a company is not very direct about what's in their product, then that should be something that steers you away from it. The fact that I had to dig so hard just to find like how many grams of protein were in these shakes is mind-blowing. You would think that they would have that information much more clear, especially since they are trying to advertise being super duper health conscious. So in terms of the things that you get at the clubs, the smoothie shops, I did find these pictures on one of the local Facebook pages for one of the shops in my area. And just like the Herbalife website, they don't actually tell you everything that's in the product or the ingredients or anything. They just list some of the key nutrients that they want to talk about, like protein, vitamins and minerals, and caffeine. I don't think that I'll be paying $6 for some thermogenic concoction that is not regulated just so they can shake me down to be a distributor. So bottom line is, it's a no from me. I know I'm a broken record, but the entire thing just screams pyramid scheme to me. And they're not trying to sell these products to improve your health. They're trying to get you into their clubs so you can start to promote their products and become one of their distributors. Which, by the way, becoming one of their distributors will not give you the income that they promise it will. I am just very weary of any kind of supplement because, like I mentioned earlier, the FDA does not regulate these, and so we truly never know what is in a product. I have an entire episode on this on my podcast with my co-host Emily, so I'll link that below as well, and we talk all about supplements and the safety of them in that episode. But bottom line is there could really be anything in those shakes. And in fact, like I said, they have found things like bacteria, heavy metals, all those types of things in their products, and somehow they're still being sold. So that proves my point that the supplement industry is really the wild, wild west, and really anything can be in those over-the-counter products. I personally would much rather support local shops that sell real food, spend my $6 there. And again, I don't make this video to bring you down if you have been going to those and you enjoy them. Truth is, you probably aren't gonna have any kind of harm from going to those types of things. For me, it's more of just a moral thing. I just don't feel comfortable going to a place that sells sketchy supplements and is just trying to shake me down to become one of their members so I can sell their products. Again, to each their own. If you like it, it's probably not gonna cause any harm. I'm just trying to spread awareness about what they're doing there. If weight loss is your goal, that is my specialty, and I'm opening up the Nutrition Reboot, my 4-week program, this fall. In this program, I'm going to teach you how to lose weight without having to do any weird sketchy supplements or count your calories or spend like 3 hours a day in the gym. I'm going to be teaching you realistic, sustainable behavior modifications that you can stick to for life. So if you are interested in doing that, I have a link below to join the waitlist for that coming this fall. Thank you guys for watching this video. It was a very highly requested one, so I hope that I was able to give you some insight into these shops. Please let me know about your experience in there. I'd love to hear in the comments, you know, kind of the weird things that have happened when you have gone to these shops. Like I said, I haven't gone to them before. I've only just kind of heard how they interact with the customers, so I'd love to hear below what your thoughts are on that. And also let me know if you guys think I should go into one of those, bring my camera, and maybe get more information about what they're doing in there. I would love to be a little super spy in there. Alright guys, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you next week for a new video. Bye!